Welcome to the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. Here on this channel, we provide a favorite nest for anime fans like you. Join us in our funny sketch videos that contain reviews and summaries of various anime. Here, you'll find different genres, diverse characters, and hourly stories. Everything is here. Let's explore the colorful and story-filled world of anime together. Subscribe now and join us on this joyful journey. In today's video, we're delving deep into the intriguing world of One Piece, focusing on a mystery that has left fans theorizing for years: the significance of Roronoa Zoro's left eye. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all things One Piece. So now, let's get started. The world of One Piece is very big, and one of the things that fans love most about this story is that even small things that don't seem important at first can become important later on. Oda likes to hide big secrets in small things, which is why fans have a lot of ideas about even the smallest parts of the story. One of these things is that Roronoa Zoro, the Straw Hat Pirate swordsman, has a new look. Fans can't wait to find out what secrets Zoro's left eye might be hiding. He is one of the most important characters in One Piece, for sure. Part 1, Zoro's Left Eye. During the time skip in One Piece, Bartholomew Kuma sent Zoro to Kurigana Island. He learned how to fight under the guidance of Dracula Mihawk, who is known as the world's strongest swordsman. Even though Mihawk is Zoro's foe, he still asks him for help. This was mostly because Zoro wanted to help Luffy become the Pirate King after hearing that Ace had died. Zoro gave up his pride to help Luffy, and soon after, he and Mihawk started training. This helped him learn even more about the way of the sword than he already had. Zoro got really good at all of his sword styles, and he also learned how to use haki. He was asked to beat the human drills on the island and train with Mihawk in the long run. Unfortunately, Zoro hurt his left eye at some point, but Zoro's left eye has been closed ever since. No one knows what happened here as of now. After 2 years, Zoro came back to the Sabati archipelago. Fans were shocked to see that he had a big scar across his left eye. Fans have been guessing what this eye damage might mean and whether it will have any effect on the story in the future ever since. Part 2, what Oda has to say about Zoro's eye. So it makes sense that One Piece fans started to think about Zoro's eye and say that it could give him extra power in the future. This idea is supported even more when other famous mangaka start to wonder why and how Zoro got hurt. Watsuki, one of Oda's close friends, asked him what was really going on with Zoro's eye. Anyone who knows Oda knows that he told his co-worker that Zoro would lose an eye in the early days of One Piece, between 1997 and 2000. Oda had big plans for Zoro in the future and anticipated that this eye injury would play a role in those plans, so he had already planned this for him. Watsuki was shocked when Zoro came back with his hurt eye after the time skip. In 2021, he asked Oda what happened, but Oda didn't want to say anything. If it wasn't important, Oda could have just given an answer. The fact that he didn't, though, suggests that there may be more to it than meets the eye. Fans don't know much about what this eye might be hiding or if it's just an injury right now. However, Oda planned this for a long time and won't say anything else about it, which makes it seem very strange. Because of this, fans have been guessing what Zoro's injury might mean for him and if it will come up again in the story at some point. It's likely that this injury will become important in some way, and fans will learn more about it in the future, maybe when Zoro fights Mihawk in their final match. Part 3. Will Zoro's left eye be significant in One Piece? It's impossible to say for sure if Zoro's scar in the eye will become important in the future or not. Oda often leaves a lot of hints in his stories, which is one of the best things about One Piece. You can guess about almost every detail. Of course, Zoro's left eye is the same. As was already said, Oda's decision to keep it a secret does mean that there is a secret behind his eye injury. If Mihawk was the one who caused this injury, then the best time to bring it up again would be when he faces his biggest rival. A very common thought is that Zoro could unleash the full power of the demon inside him by opening this eye. A lot of people in the story, like Kaku during their fight in Inyai's lobby, have said that Zoro is like a demon. He even calls himself a devil, and more recently, he went so far as to call himself the King of Hell. There are some similarities between Zoro and demons, and it's possible that opening this left eye would let him use all of his demon skills that have been inside him all this time. Because Mihawk probably gave him the scar in the first place, this could have something to do with his last power-up in the story. It would only matter during his fight with Mihawk. Of course, that's just a guess. The only real answer to this question is order. It's also very likely that this scar on Zoro's eye is nothing. It's possible that Zoro just hurt himself while training with Mihawk, and Oda could decide not to think any further about it, even though he has been silent about how he hurt himself in the first place. It wouldn't be the first time that Oda chose not to tell us more about Zoro's personality. Unfortunately, his past and his ties to Wano were not explored much in the Wano arc. Fans were only recently told about them in an SBS corner. If Oda thinks that learning more about his scar is not important to how his character changes throughout the story, then he will not go into more detail about this part of his design. It doesn't matter if Zoro's left eye has power or not, the scar will be important, and Oda will talk about it at some point in the future. At the very least, it might remind Zoro of all the hard things he had to go through to get to the point where he could compete with Mihawk for the title of the world's greatest swordsman. Oda will probably tell them in an SBS area at some point, even if he doesn't say it in the main story. Fans will find out what happened to Zoro's left eye in some way. This secret has kept them on the edge of their seats for far too long. It's good news that One Piece is now in its final saga, where all of its big mysteries will be solved one by one. This also means that Zoro will finally reach his goal of becoming the best swordsman in the world in this story. Right now is the right time to find out the answers to these questions, which is why fans can't wait for him to learn more about Roronoa Zoro and the other secrets in the world of One Piece. Finally, the riddle surrounding Zoro's left eye is one of the many interesting things about the huge world of One Piece. Oda's careful silence on the subject only makes things more mysterious, and fans can't wait for the truth to come out. Have you thought about what Zoro's left eye might mean? Leave your ideas in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you can't wait to see how this mystery is solved in the last episode of One Piece. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy.